you should be watching.
Yo, what's good, people? We have another questionnaire on our hands, or another survey, whatever you want to call it. It says, which were the best event exclusive items? Now, off the bat, you see our selection or our options, and off the bat, I have to say, don't any of y'all dare vote for Cell. That 1.0 Cell. That was like one of the first. That body mold is from like one of the first 10 figures to ever be released in the line, period. Don't nobody vote for that Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, which is on a 1.0 mode. Nothing 1.0. So option number 1, 3, 5, 6, and we're gonna get to some others in a bit, but off the bat, do not vote for those. Don't. And if you're wondering why I'm saying don't vote for those, because I assume people be like, all right, isn't that obvious? Of course somebody's gonna vote for it. Well, guess what? In the last questionnaire, Cell made it to the top 10. And so did the Android 17 and 18. And those are most likely going to get reissued anyways. Reissued if not new molds. Those are going to get reissued if not new molds anyways. Now, you might be wondering, okay, why didn't you say Broly? As I say all the time, what is Broly? He is box office. And by the way, this video is going to be more like you kicking it with your homie and your homie telling you what he thinks is going to happen and giving his take on whether you should vote for this or vote for that. Ultimately, you could vote for whatever you want. If you truly want to vote for Perfect Cell, knock yourself out. I'm just saying it's a waste because we're going to get a much more improved and better looking Cell for sure. It's only a matter of time. I guess the usual thing with us as fans in general, especially when it comes to waiting for figures, it's like, damn, we keep on getting all this stuff that nobody asked for. Like, I remember when Qui came out, and this, like I said, this is gonna be like you kicking it with your homie. I remember when Qui came out and people was hot. Like, oh, how could you drop this figure? Some people was like, oh, this is a good release. This is something different for once. It depends on your take, right? But if Qui can be released, anything could be released. Now back to this particular, back to this particular, the original discussion at hand. Reason why I say Broly, because Broly is Broly. And speaking of Broly, I remember there's a couple comments from the last video that I have yet to respond to, but I'm gonna respond to the comments in due time. I just like to let the comments pile up, and then I usually just go through at least most of them or some of them, and I respond that way. But I remember it was like, yo, the Broly mold is old and it doesn't look that good to me. And I had to agree. I don't think it's looked that good. I never cared for this particular Broly mold for the most part, but I understand that for its time, it is damn good, And I know that Tamashii can make a way better mold at this point in time. But I also know that it's plenty of people that want a Broly figure, and there's plenty of people that missed out. And one thing we gotta realize as collectors, because collecting is a selfish hobby, as my good man s.h.figuarts would say, one thing we gotta realize is that people collect for different reasons. Like, for example, something I've realized with us as collectors is that, like, for example, some people want the figure just to have the character in figure form. I agree with that, but I want the figure to be good. I want it to be as accurate to the show as possible. That's why I'm always talking about a new mold, updated sculpts, But some people they don't necessarily, that's not the emphasis. They just want as much diversity in their collection as possible. That's why, for example, people complain about the 1000th Goku, and I agree. They keep on ODing with the Gokus, but if there's an improved Goku to be had, of course I'm gonna be at least mildly excited for it, Same thing with Broly. If they can improve the sculpt and the mold, I'll be excited for it. But that's something I wanted to acknowledge real quick. Like, not everybody is like, all right, new mold or what have you. Some people could probably care less. They just want the character. I just want to own it, So that's why people would vote for Broly again. And then also, in particular with Broly, I'm not trying to make this a Broly video, but I know people gonna probably vote for Broly because oh man, homie's name that DM me on Instagram, escapes me right now. But he brought something to my attention that I forgot. And that's the fact that the Broly that's being re-released by Tamashii Nations, and also the one that was done by Demoniacal Fit, which is funny enough what he was referencing, has yellow hair. The fact that this one has the green hair is more than enough reason for people to vote for it. It might seem silly, but it's true. Now, moving on, I guess I'll get into what I think might win, or at least get into whatever. If they do it like another update post where it's like, all right, these are the top 10 or the top 5 figures to, make it to the finals or what have you in terms of popularity, because they asking here what's the best event exclusive items. I think that Kid Goku with the blue gi has a chance to be one of those popular items, or considered the best item as they asked specifically right here. I think that Bulma right there, potentially. Well, my good man Cyrus was saying, I'll talk to him, the Android 16. I think he also said, if you see this video, you could comment and correct me. I think he said number 22, which is Goku with the Nimbus and the little Gohan. But personally, I think the Gohan, father and son from the Cell Saga, I can see people voting for that again, for the people that missed out. Assuming that this is all getting reissued. The Boo is kind of redundant because that's getting a general release this year. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Raditz, it's possible, but I don't know. I don't know about the Raditz. Beerus and Whis, I could wait for Beerus and Whis. And funny enough, Beerus is my favorite character, and I also like Whis very much. But I'd rather them just get updated molds as well, you know? They still on 1.0 tech. So hopefully, you know, in the future, once Super starts back up, which it inevitably will, it's just a matter of time, you know, we'll get updated figures for those. But stuff like the Ultimate Gohan, I'll just wait until they get into the Boo content for that. Or some third party will probably do it. Golden Frieza, once again, that Frieza mold has been needed to be updated. So a lot of this stuff is easy to eliminate. Android 16, I can see that being... See, the Android stuff is weird for me because I already think that it'll either get an updated mold or it'll just get reissued anyways. So, like stuff like the Blue Gi Kid Goku, the Bulma, and I ain't really even gotta acknowledge Goku Black, because Goku Black has been re-released so many times. Now, of course, some of the finishes are different, but for the most part, all you're missing, like with that, the event exclusive version doesn't even come with the Keyblade. I think it just comes with the Aura. But yeah, that Goku Black, we've gotten so many different variations of it. In fact, Demoniacal Fit had one of the best releases of the Goku Black. In terms of, what was it called? I reviewed it on the channel a while ago, back when I used to really be pumping out the reviews. I gotta get back to that. What was it called? Damn. Alright, give me some time. We're gonna come back to that. But yeah, for the most part, everything. Oh, I guess. And how could I forget the Dragon Ball Super Broly with the pearlescent paint job? I don't know. I guess people could vote for that, but see, the finish to that is very iffy because it only looks good in certain lights. Like when you have it in hand, sometimes you be like, "Ooh, that shit look fire," and other times you be like, I don't know if this paint job is it. But the Jiren and the Trunks, I know for sure not winning. Those were already unpopular choices when they first were revealed as event exclusives. And speaking of, real quick, it's interesting that the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito isn't here. The one that just was a New York City Comic-Con exclusive this past New York City Comic-Con. Very interesting that that's not here. Shenron, I don't know. Do y'all really want a Shenron like that? Or do you guys really really excited like that for Shenron. I don't know. Nappa seems like it could be a good choice, but once again, I think people are just over the Saiyan Saga experience or what have you. So I don't know. It could be a good. I think it could be a good re-release. Majin Vegeta. I can see. I think we just need an update on that particular figure. Okay, I remember the Demoniacal Fit Goku Black release. Demoniacal Fit Chosen Ones. Yeah, that one was like probably one of the best releases for Goku Black at a nice price point. You got the Keyblade, you got the Scythe, you got the base hair, you got the Super Saiyan Rose hair. Yeah, it went crazy. Super Saiyan God Goku, once again, kind of redundant unless you really want that particular paint scheme. They already had the general release version. So unless, like, for example, with Boo and Super Saiyan God, unless y'all want that particular paint scheme, kind of redundant to even vote for that. But like I said, vote for whatever you really want. The 1.0 stuff I'm really advising against, but you could do whatever you want to do. I think I rambled on long enough. I don't think I have any more thoughts in regards to this. And until next time, peace. Have a blessed day. If I have more thoughts, I'll probably add in like an overtime, but I don't think I do.